All right, welcome back to another episode of Burning Time.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Give us another go here. So, what y'all been up to?
Starting a new job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvesting weed.
Yeah, it is around harvest time.
It's kind of like a job. Starting a new job. Like a
It
second job.
It's fun while you're doing just a little bit, and then it becomes like a job, and then you're like, God damn it, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Luckily, my plants are maturing in stages. It's really weird. I planted from seed, just seeds that I had from, bags of weed that I bought that ended up having some seed in it, and it's good weed. So I'm like, ooh, I'm going to hang on to these seeds. So that's what I planted. They all turned out to be female, which I didn't anticipate that. Thought I was going to have to kill some males. So I ended up with 11 plants that all got pretty fucking big.
Nice.
And they're
all outdoor.
Yeah. They're grown in 35-gallon smart pots with used soil from the grow store down here.
Each one has its own 35-gallon.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
So most of them are taller than me.
Yeah.
And they're maturing in stages. I did one by itself first. It was obviously done before all the others, then another one. And now this weekend, I'm doing at least 2, maybe up to 4.
Good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fun part is letting it dry, doing all that, curing it, making sure you get that part right.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one, like I said, I think it got too dry before I started putting it in any kind of containers, and so it really doesn't have any kind of a smell. That plant never particularly did have a smell, and I really think that's going to be on the lowest end of the quality, just based on the genes. The rest of them smell a lot more pungent.
Oh, yeah. Good shit.
Yeah.
The other one has different jeans on.
They're all wearing different jeans, bro.
They're all wearing different jeans.
That's like a dad joke right there.
got
That's
some
funny.
Dickies
Yeah, I know
in
we
there,
still
some
need that.
Carhartt.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I have that one loaded in. I think I have the applause, and
That's the applause, and then
We really need the bunch. I don't know
I do
why.
need to get that one back in there. I keep forgetting to load it in before I
That one's a good
recording.
one.
I'll have to text him Friday or something.
Yeah, just remind me when we get here.
We'll have to spell it out. Bunch. I don't know how you spell that out, but I'll figure it out.
right.
BA space DUM.
It could be interpreted so different depending on how you hear it. You know? I don't hear it the same way.
About that.
I don't hear it the same
I
way.
can't even spell. I can tell you that ain't right.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be
Spelled
like
completely different.
WY.
That's funny.
That's it.
Oh my god. So did you guys see? Okay, so I didn't show you, but the Adam Levine thing. You know what's going on?
Yep. I after you mentioned it, I started doing a little research, and
Did you see this Sumner video?
dumb son of a bitch, ain't he?
Yeah, he's with a Victoria's Secret model. A very
And so cheated on her with an Instagram model.
He didn't cheat though. All he did was send some text messages.
oh they hooked up.
Did they?
Yeah,
I thought he said that they never did anything.
Oh, you believe him?
he said that.
Oh, I mean, you're taking her word.
Yes.
I would say yeah. She wants the clout.
That's
She
what I'm
wants to
saying.
be
So
able
you're gonna
to-
take her word over his?
Yeah, because she doesn't care at this. What does she have to lose? She just everything. I mean, at this point, she has everything.
She
to
has
gain.
everything to gain. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, though. So it'd be everything to gain with making that allegation, while he had everything to lose with her making that allegation, even if it didn't happen.
Well, he's even saying that like even the DMs aren't happening. They never happened.
Oh,
I don't know how you can
somebody's
even say
faking those?
that.
No, I thought he said that he did send some inappropriate messages at the
Yeah,
time,
he did.
and that was unforgivable, and that he's going to work through it with his family and all of
But
that.
it was so vague the way that he said that too.
Yeah, that's why it's.
You know what I mean?
No, he fucked that chick.
He totally
maybe.
did.
Yeah, he
Have
probably-
you seen her? What she looks
He
like?
Yeah,
probably
she's-
did.
she's
I
hot.
mean, yeah, he probably did.
Yeah,
He
probably
did.
did.
Well,
He did.
So the thing about the yoga instructor, does everybody know about that? That he fucking had a yoga instructor that he was keen on, and told her all the time that she had the best ass in town, told her friends that she had the best ass in town, and decided one day to send her a text saying that I want to spend the day, before he sent her
You
this
want to do
text,
some naked yoga with her?
before he sent her this text, she had told him that she was in a relationship that had now become abusive, and
He told her that, or she told him?
that.
Okay.
So he sends her a text saying, "I want to spend the day with you naked." Her abusive boyfriend sees it and ends up breaking her arm,
Wow.
What?
Good
That's
times.
crazy.
and then he just ghosted her.
Well, of course he fucking
He didn't want to
did.
get his arm broke.
No, because he's a fucking douchebag.
Listen, she was an employee of his. She was on the, she was had a job getting paid by a rich motherfucker to teach him yoga. And then all of a sudden, he gets her arm broke, and then just goes, "Oh, yep, you're fine. I don't know you."
Well, she can't do yoga no more.
At least not for a
True.
while.
Yeah, at
I
least-
don't know, though.
at
The
least-
cast might
Isn't
help with
there
a
a
few of the
lawsuit
poses.
right
never
there?
know.
There's a disability involved now. You know what I mean? Like employee. I don't know. Was this California?
Well,
Can
she's
you really
not actually an
consider an
employee.
employee,
She's
right?
a
I mean,
she's
it's
a
just-
freelance contractor.
True.
She's
True.
Right.
like any plumber that shows up here to do a job for you.
Independent contractor, I think, would be.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes you never know with these celebrities.
True.
It's
I
kind of
mean,
like the Kardashians have live-in chefs and stuff like that.
well, then that
they have chefs that make snacks,
Yeah.
just snacks. Sorry, totally
Dude, a
side
lot of
story.
celebrities
But
have like
okay,
a company with several employees on the payroll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so did you guys hear who Johnny Depp's new squeeze is?
the lawyer. Yeah.
Not the lawyer that represented him.
So not Camille.
No, not Camille.
Why not?
She is in a relationship.
So
I guess, I mean,
I
yeah.
thought the
So
same
is
thing.
he.
I
So-
did the
If
same
you're
thing.
Adam
I was
Levine,
so
yeah, that
upset
don't mean
too.
shit.
and
No, he's in.
Depp has
So-
standards, all right.
oh yeah, I'm sure he does.
She's not. She's cute, but I wouldn't
She's not
say
Camille cute,
She's
but
not Camille cute.
she's a little more mature looking, I guess you could say.
She's older.
We all
Yeah.
just like Camille because she did such a badass job at the fucking trial. That
Nah,
makes her
she's
no. That
pretty
makes her
hot.
even hotter. No,
Camille's
It-
hotter.
she is, but it like you
She
got to.
could've
She
been-
is
she-
exactly.
You got to
She
admit
could
that
she
that
could have been
upper
a like a ditzy assistant.
It did. It did.
and she still would have been just
Yeah.
as hot.
But it does with some people.
Gave her
you know,
an extra
personality
fucking-
makes it.
She's already like a 8, and I gave her like 3 extra points, and now all of a sudden she's an
She's an
11.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd push it that way.
I would say the new girl is like.
Okay, she
She's a
was
solid 7.
7,
She's a
and it made her a
7.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely she's a solid 7.
I'm surprised by his pick on this one.
But she's also still married.
See, told you it didn't
They're
matter.
separated. They are separated.
Yeah. Which I think we were talking about. We were saying this was like kind of bullshit because at that point, if you're not together anymore, but you just still haven't finalized the divorce, then technically
you know how
you're
the
still
media likes to
married and-
zone in it, and she's a married woman.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be going through some process that takes a long time to get the
Right.
divorce through. I mean, nobody knows the situation.
Right.
Yeah, divorces aren't always just sign this one paper and you're done.
Yeah, it's not like an instantaneous thing. Funny, it takes longer. I think it takes longer to get a divorce than it does to get married.
Oh yeah, Rachel, you have some first.
Mine was easy. Mine was actually pretty easy. We got together and signed papers, and we were done.
So was it really done in one day?
Yeah,
Oh, fucking A.
Once you
How much
got
did
there,
it
right?
cost? Didn't you have to pay
probably
to file
like
some papers?
$500.
That's fucking ridiculous, man. Some of the stuff that costs in the world today
I
just
paid it, by the way, but
blows,
yes.
blows my mind. She's all, this is worth it. I'd pay twice this to get it.
I was fine with it. I was like, I will pay that. That's no problem. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it's crazy that he's with one of his attorneys.
All right, Art, you want to start with yours or mine?
I don't care.
My Adam Levine's over.
I guess so.
I guess, yeah. He was like, I'm done with your shit. I'm ready to talk about my shit.
My bad. Do we have more that we want to say about this guy?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's looks like and is proving to be just a pretty big fucking piece of dirt.
Okay.
He's a
And,
good singer, though.
Oh, really? Apparently, a lot of chicks think he's hot as fuck.
I don't think he's hot as fuck. No, I don't think so.
He's a fucking douche.
He's got some catchy songs, and some of his videos are actually pretty funny, too.
Oh, I'll have to do some research on that. I don't think I've ever. And honestly, I'm sure I've heard his songs.
You've heard his songs.
I definitely.
I bet
have.
if we played one,
I
you would
know
sing the words
name.
to it.
I'm sure you would. My point is that I have no idea what songs they would be until you started playing them. I have no idea what Maroon 5 does and who the fuck
that one that
I
parody
showed you.
song. That shit's fucking hilarious. That's probably the best thing I've seen.
There's a guy that played the song, like a Maroon 5 song, but he read the words to the DMs.
Is that his only band, or did he do other projects?
Did you say The Dance?
Who? The parody guy?
No, Adam Levine.
He does like the voice or.
Well, yeah, but I mean musically. Is it just Maroon 5, or did he do
I honestly
other
don't
shit?
know that. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to look him up when Rachel said that she wanted to talk about the situation. I have heard the name, a little bit here and there thrown around, but I don't tend to pursue those stories. So I had to go pursue that story to figure out what was really going on.
Yeah.
It's on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, it's just like there's some things that are high level just on TikTok, and that's one of the things.
Flood in.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's why it's so big right now. So it's like.
Well, and like I said, I've heard it. I've heard the name going around. I follow, a few different pages that will just give you random, pop culture shit that's going on, and it cracks me up. I mean, a lot of these guys.
I'd love to
be more careful, at least, man. Cover your tracks better, because
I'd just love to be rich enough to have that be my biggest fucking problem. Yeah.
What? Your drama with your DMs?
Yeah, just like worrying about that kind of shit. Like,
I'll watch it in a little bit.
Instead of worrying about bills,
Oh.
you're worrying about what somebody said about you. Because you're so bored with everything else, it's all taken care of. Like, oh, well.
I mean, honestly, I'm sure, Burr, I know the songs and stuff, but I have no idea what his name was or anything until all this came up. But I think it's real funny how this chick's really trying to, push a whole bunch of stuff in the video and make it sound like she's not. And I think that's freaking hilarious. I'm just an Instagram model, she works for Victoria's Secret, It was me.
That is ironic. That's fucking what cracks me up. It's
just saying she's a Victoria's Secret model, and I'm just an Instagram model. Get over yourself.
There was hotter girls that he talked to than her.
And this is what I'm saying. He's not unhappy with his wife and looking for a replacement. He's a man whore, and he's married. You know what I mean? When you stop and think about, okay, why are you cheating on your old lady? Are you frustrated with your relationship, and would you want to be in a committed relationship with somebody, but you're finding out that it's not your wife? No, that's not the case. He wants to fuck whoever he can fuck. He's talked about it.
Will Smith situation.
Oh, with Jada?
Yeah.
She got to do what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think the wife knows.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No.
Not
He's
a
just,
situation
it's
where...
what Cat Williams says was, you say you're a pimp, you think you're a pimp, so you got 3 girlfriends, but do them bitches know each other? Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he would qualify as pimp if they don't know each other.
Well, this all happened when she was pregnant.
You're not a pimp unless they're working together to make your dinner.
Oh, she was pregnant when all this happened.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because he was wanting to name the kid after her.
Yeah, Sumner.
That was kind of weird.
That is really
That is weird.
But
It was a boy that he was going to name Sumner.
Summer.
I named my
Sumner.
son
Sumner.
after my mistress.
some celebrities have some really weird rituals of when they have kids. I've heard some of them want to eat the umbilical cord or the
Placenta.
the placenta.
A lot of people. We've talked about that before.
Yeah,
a lot of them
that's
actually
not too wild.
do.
That is fucking nasty. I don't know.
I'm not saying it's good, but
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
like
right.
that far
Now-
out of
You're
scope.
sitting over there sounding like you'd eat some of it.
I know. I'm looking at you like, should I
Only
keep my
if it's
placenta?
cooked. Only if it's cooked rare.
You'll eat a fucking
right,
billion-old
yeah, I was
fucking...
gonna
If
say-
if it's overdone, he's not going to want it.
Oh, what if we breaded it up? Did it like a chicken fried steak?
What you're saying is you
Calamari?
Chicken
Do you know
fried
what that
placenta.
looks like? Do you know what a placenta looks like?
No.
Looks like a pile of guts.
Honestly, okay.
Well,
Keep
there you go.
keep
You grind
talking.
it up. You add a little bit of fat. And
Art, you're disgusting.
You might be able to cut some fucking rings out of it.
I'd rather eat that mastodon or fucking rhinoceros or whatever the fuck it was. The freeze-dried meat.
Oh, yeah, what was that thing?
Buffalo or bison?
Or buffalo or bison or whatever it was, yeah.
Tomato.
See, you cut that one part off? The part that looks like a chicken foot?
I swear to God. Yeah.
Bread it up, fry it. I bet you it just looks like a chicken fried steak.
That one part off is the.
I bet it tastes like chicken fried steak too.
Yeah.
Art, why don't you try it and let us know?
You don't know much.
No.
I'm glad you're going back to school.
Picasso.
Right?
Their world history is not going to teach them what a placenta
Oh,
is.
you might need to go back to another type of school.
Why am I worried about what a placenta looks like? I'm not actually trying to eat one.
It sounds like you are.
No.
Sounds like you were thinking of recipes.
yeah.
I wasn't the one that brought it up.
What is he talking about? Grinding it up and breading it? Deep frying it?
Hey, I was just
Said it-
elaborating. All right?
Said it would
You
taste
guys were
just like
talking
chicken
about
fried
people eating
steak.
it. I'm not talking about going in raw, like eating it right there.
People put it in capsules too.
I don't give a shit how you
Yeah.
fucking prepare it.
And they take it like
I don't want
vitamins.
no part of it.
Vitamins, yeah. I guess there's some kind
Fucking
of
art.
health thing to it.
Don't just tomato. Some people don't like placenta. I happen to like it.
I'm not saying I do. I've never had it.
But you look forward to the chance.
No. I wasn't even the one that brought it up. How was it suddenly my fucking thing?
Because you said.
Just because I said something about
It was you that brought it up.
breading
You
it
know
and
that.
frying it up.
Doth thou
Trying to make
protest
it
too much?
If I had to eat it, trying to make it more appealing. I mean,
There's a lot of vitamins in it.
see?
So, Art,
It's nutritious.
what would you do to a dick to make it more appealing if you had to eat it?
Really?
I'm kind of wondering what your
Well, come
what
on
your
now.
answer would be here. You're the one that brought this up. It's been on your mind apparently.
My answer would be easy because I'm a girl. So
Yeah, you're kind of out of this one.
Look, it's got ears.
Barbecue sauce, Rachel?
Oh god, that's too funny.
Sriracha.
Okay,
Everything's better with
seriously
sriracha.
though, I do want to talk
Seriously, though, I want to talk
You want to
about
talk about eating the dick?
about.
Huh?
No, I want to talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Eating people?
The new celebrity.
New celebrity.
Yeah, Pablo Escobar.
I don't know if he's a new celebrity, but
Dude, I've heard a lot about him lately. He seems to be the talk of the town.
really.
Yeah.
Well, I know they are making a movie. It's supposed
What
to come out
town?
next year.
What?
I
What
think
town?
it was Washington?
I think so.
Somewhere around in Washington.
Makes
It-
sense.
or was it Washington or was it Canada?
No,
Is
it
it the
wasn't
same
quite
one
far
that's
from
stealing
Canada.
the peanut butter cups?
No.
No, even better.
This
The different
guy
one?
is no longer with us because he went on a wild ride.
He was a partying ass bear.
Yeah.
There was this guy that was, I guess he was known pretty deep in with the cartel. And he was flying his plane. And for whatever reason, put his plane on autopilot and decided to jump out of the plane. Well, he had on body armor. That's a shitload of cash. I can't remember exactly how much, but there was a lot
Hundreds
of
of
cash.
thousands.
Yeah, a fully automatic weapons and I think 17 or 70 pounds of cocaine.
And an unopened parachute.
And when he jumped out of the plane, yeah, his parachute didn't open up, so he basically hit the ground and dead, on impact.
And before he jumped out of the plane, he threw out a bunch of other cocaine. So the bear found him. Bear found the cocaine. Bear fucking ate the cocaine.
Supposedly, this bear ate 70 some odd pounds of cocaine.
Fucking A.
The autopsy revealed that his stomach was packed full, and he had only had like 3 to 5 grams actually in his bloodstream.
That's fucking pure fucking.
Yeah. Pure Colombian Bam Bam.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, can you imagine that bear though? It's just yeah. If it had seen a rabbit or something
Did he
running
eat
down
the
the
guy?
road, fucking- what's that?
Did he eat the guy
I was
too?
wondering that
No,
too.
no.
I think
I
he
don't
just
know
got busy on the cocaine and was like, yeah, fuck that. I just want more of this.
Yeah, no, some hunter found the bear dead. And see, what's funny about it is they're saying that it'd be almost impossible for this bear to actually consume
Dead and white?
all of this fucking cocaine.
What made them? Okay, so what made them test the bear?
I'm sure. it
Probably had a bunch of powder on his
shit
nose
all
or-
over its face.
I would love to see pictures. Like, what made them say, you know what? We need to figure out what's going on with this bear.
Well, they found it dead.
Yeah.
So I think that would be
Yeah,
one
you
of the
probably
things where they
still
probably
had
just do an autopsy on it just to figure
Cocaine
out
residue everywhere in this
Well, that's what
area.
I'm thinking too.
In this area.
Because like a dead bear.
Yeah, cocaine.
Covered in white powder.
That's what I'm saying. Probably walked up
Wearing
on it, thought
aviator
it was,
sunglasses and a fucking Hawaiian shirt.
they probably walked up on it and thought it was a fucking polar bear.
Oh, huh. That makes sense.
Why is this bear half white?
He looks like a powdered donut.
Okay,
Nose
see
is
that
all
makes more
caked up.
sense. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was supposedly 100-pound of bear dead, and so when they did an autopsy on it, they found all this cocaine in the stomach, and they found it in the bloodstream, and then later on, further investigation, they found one of the packages. I don't know if it was one of many or the one, but it had 17 or 70 pounds of fucking cocaine in it.
I don't
but
remember
all
any
of
of the
it
numbers.
was gone.
But they said that this bear had to have like renal failure, heart failure, everything, fucking skin failure. Like he
Pretty much
fucking
everything.
suffered from just super OD'd.
I
Oh,
couldn't
wow.
imagine. I mean, if you had like a trail cam of that,
Oh my
it
god!
just happened to be.
I wonder
it hit
if
right
that works the same as that one chick that was drinking the meth piss. I wonder if you drank the bear
there. Oh, I'm
piss.
sure, especially if they
No,
had
that was
much
the
in
whole
their system.
point. That the meth. She said that was what the difference between meth and coke, basically. That meth would work like that, where coke wouldn't.
Oh,
Oh. Well, what if he shit it out?
It'd probably be metabolized.
Do you really want to eat
Yeah,
bear
for real.
shit?
yeah.
Where are we going with
Oh,
this?
There are better ways to do coke, dude.
You're giving me shit about one. Or,
You're giving me shit. You're
You know
giving me
what?
shit now?
Let's try some of the meat, though. Let's
wrong
fucking-
choice of words.
I'll
Sorry.
I'll get you a fucking pound of bear shit, no problem.
You're taking shit.
You guys eat the shit. I'm gonna cut off some of the meat. I'm gonna try that cocaine
The
bear
meaty
meat.
shit.
Meat marinated from the inside with Colombian Bam Bam.
Oh my gosh. It's such a random thing.
If you now if you were a hunter and you came across that fucker dead, let's go with the way it is.
Let's just say we assumed we knew how it died when we looked at it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you go up to it and you see its nose just covered in fucking powder, and you're
I
like,
think I'd be back tracing that motherfucker a little while.
oh, and then you go and you find where he got into a package, but there's 10 more packages.
I'd be
sitting there.
calling every one of my friends to come up and help me search.
You're asking a very good question because usually something like that, there's somebody looking for it.
Well, they said all the packages were torn open, and all the cocaine was gone. But it was like kind of suspicious and almost highly unlikely that the bear could have eaten all of it. There was just so much there.
Based on what? Have they had a lot of experience doing how much cocaine can a bear eat?
Especially if you started going on a frenzy, if you're sitting there just eating it, and just like, yeah, and you started getting coked up, and just more and more and
Eating
more, and
faster
That's
and
how I
faster.
felt like it happened. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably ate the fucking wrapper it came in.
Yeah.
And then he just straight goes P. Diddy on you. Like, you go walking up on this bear, he's eating that cocaine, and he just stops, turns around, and looks at you like fucking, get him to the Greek.
It comes at you.
Yeah.
I'm mind fucking you right now.
God, I gotta see that movie again.
Love that movie.
That's like a non-Kenny movie.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Definitely.
But,
Papa Jeffrey and Rev Fuzzy.
I
I
would
already got like
love to smoke a Jeffrey, dude.
Well, I
I don't
talked to
know,
my mom
man.
today
That's
about
pretty
watching
intense.
Deadpool, and she was like, "Deadpool?" I was like, "Oh yeah, he's watched Deadpool." We have to fast forward through the boobies
yeah,
now.
it's only a rated R movie.
What?
He
I
likes-
don't remember boobies in Deadpool.
He likes Deadpool
Yeah.
though.
Boobies
I mean,
in Deadpool.
Dude, he gets fucking pegged in the ass in that movie.
I guess well, it even shows his penis one part.
Yeah, there's some
It's pretty
some
fucking
sexual
intense.
stuff there.
I don't remember boobs.
You don't remember
How
boobs?
do you not remember boobs?
Titties.
Don't say titties. I like him saying, I'm fine with the boob. He says boobies. That's what he says all the time.
Titties.
Boobies. Oh my god.
Oh, he's gonna learn all kinds of new words at school.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of new words.
What did he see on your phone today or yesterday? And it was like, ooh,
Oh,
boobies ad.
Some ad with some chick doing a TV show or something. She comes up and she's not showing any skin, but she's just in a really tight top. got big boobs, and he was just like, ooh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, good times on that. But yeah, anyways, you said about the bear. You were saying that they're making a movie about it.
Yeah, I guess they're actually it's gonna call Cocaine Bear. I think they're gonna dramatize it a little bit. Supposedly,
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, the bear goes on a cocaine fueled like bender, like a rage. So I'm kind of curious. I want to see it.
Goes through the town eating everybody's shit.
You know, they could take it so many ways.
They do it kind of like not like a Lake Placid, but like a Lake Placid.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
So the bear just comes
he
out,
shows up at the club and everybody's freaking out, but then he just like
starts partying,
he starts bobbing his head and stands up and
pulls out a pair of aviators,
throws them on.
Kenny wants to say hi. Go ahead.
What's up, dude?
Hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
That's it?
What are you watching in there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
My tablet's dead.
Go plug it in.
Hi.
Hi. Again.
So, what's going on at school lately?
Bad.
Big kindergartner.
Bad.
Annie.
What's going on at school?
John's messing with me.
Someone's messing with you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Punch his face.
Punch his face. That's a pretty good answer.
I can't deny that one,
All
but
right. Sometimes you gotta
talk
do
to the
it.
teacher first.
better talk to the teacher first.
Or
And-
after, whichever.
And then if you don't quit, it's game on.
I say sometimes it's better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes down to, things like that.
Well, the eagle fang mentality. Strike first, strike hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Eagle fang.
Oh, man.
All right, say bye.
Bye, Nothing Bird. I don't know what your name is. My name's Danny. Bye.
You got to talk into it, bud.
gotta talk
You're
straight into
talking
the
to the
mic.
front.
Bye. I don't know world. I don't know. I'm Tenny. So bye.
Yeah,
See ya.
Bye.
Where are the earpods, man?
Later, dude. Yeah, have you
What,
guys
his
seen
Frank Gore jersey?
this might let us segue into what you want to talk about a little bit. Have you guys seen that deal on Netflix, the Dahmer?
No.
I've seen that they're making one. I haven't really seen much of it, much content.
I can't tell if it's going to be a running series or if they're just doing the two-parter. There's two pieces of it on right now. I've done the first half. It's like 45 minutes a piece. Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It starts off right where he gets caught, basically. Yeah, they basically started off right when he takes in that dude and doesn't quite successfully knock him out or whatever it is, and he gets up breaking out of the house and runs down and finds the cops and they arrest him. The first episode gets to the point where they're interviewing the dad, and then it shuts off. I haven't watched the second one.
Mm.
Pretty fucking wild.
Look pretty good.
It's pretty damn good. I don't know who the guy is that's doing Dahmer, but goddamn, he plays a good part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of footage of Jeffrey Dahmer in real life. Footage of him. It's a fucking. It's funny that he did what he did, and he's just fairly normal looking, sounding guy. you know.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but once you start talking to that guy, you know he's not normal.
Mm.
Well, yeah. His dad tried to blame it on a bad what was it? Like a hernia surgery or not a hernia? What the fuck? Some kind of a surgery like that. Something that was like odd for a kid to have. And he said supposedly after that the kid was never the same.
Mm.
But I don't know if I want to ruin it for you guys or not.
No, I don't really care.
Apparently, when he was a kid, he came home from school one day and found his mom dead, OD on drugs.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And the dad showed up, and I guess the dad was never really that compassionate. They were always fighting and shit. And he was saying that, who called the fucking ambulance. She's just faking this shit. She's just doing this for attention. Yada yada. Yeah, there's some wild shit.
Yeah, having parental figures like that, I could see that being scarring.
Yeah, it's worth a watch. Definitely a good one.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry. Are you looking at me for some reason?
yeah. Well,
What? Huh?
Trying to cut me off?
no. You were saying, well,
Huh?
There's a particular subject I wanted to talk about, but I was kind of waiting for Rachel to get back out here because I wanted to hear her thoughts on it.
all right.
Oh, we can always pause too if that's
Well,
the case.
Let's do that and load a bowl.
Okay, we're back.
And Rachel's back with us, so I'm ready to ask everybody their opinions on this thing because a little while back, Cain Velasquez was put in jail for trying to kill the person that was molesting his son. And, everybody kind of, well, fuck, dude, I'd do the same thing. Obviously, he wasn't very careful about how he went about it, and that was my issue with him. But my story today is about somebody else that was having their child molested, and when they found out about it, they were extremely angry and wanted to kill the motherfuckers that were doing it. The motherfuckers that were doing it were the child's siblings. The mother found out that 2 of her children were molesting 1 of her children, and she ended up killing them.
Not just killing them, you said.
No, she tortured them.
Tortured them to death and then put them in a freezer in a garage.
Yeah, so she was getting evicted, and the sheriff shows up to, help her start moving her stuff out, and there's a freezer in the living room, and so they look in the freezer in the living room, and I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 bodies that they found in there, but either way, that was started the investigation, and they took her to jail and asked her about it, and she said, well, yeah, here's what happened. She didn't lie or try to make up any stories, at least from what I can tell. I mean, it sounds like she believes everything that she said, and asked for life in prison and said, yeah, I'm a murderer. She said that killing her son was accidental technically, but she didn't, lie at all. She told what led up to his death. She killed him, just supposedly that she didn't mean to kill him. But then when it came to her daughter, she said, no. That was intentional. I meant to kill her.
What the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, right here.
Oh my god.
Never challenged allegations that she killed 13-year-old daughter, 9-year-old son. It looked like both of them were found in the freezer. Pretty wild shit.
What makes you wonder, okay, what happened to those kids to make them do that?
That was the same thing
What's going
Kenny
on in
said.
their fucking brain to make them want to do
Is that what you said?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
It just like a
For
13
one,
and a 9-year-old?
Mom-
A 9-year-old.
Mom
Come
said
on.
that she was molested, raped, whatever, and that she had. That's why it was a sore spot for her that the 2 middle kids were doing this to the youngest, and that she had told them and explained that that's such a terrible thing that you could do to somebody, and that you should never do that, and if anybody ever does it to you, let me know, and yada yada. And,
Yeah, right here. I don't regret. I can't talk. I don't regret none of this. Blair told the judge Dana Hathaway during the hearing, "I don't feel no remorse for the death of those demons."
Yeah, she
That's
started
quote unquote
renouncing those 2 kids as those ain't my kids, those are demons,
That's so fucking crazy, too.
right? Yeah,
That's
it was nuts when I started hearing about this story. I was just like, well, because like everybody said, somebody molests your kids, you're like, oh, I'll kill a motherfucker. Okay, it's your kids though.
I feel like there's more to the story that she's not leading on. Like, I feel like, was she doing the molesting on the 13 and 9-year-old and all the kids? And, like, she's trying to cover up them. Maybe they knew what was going, like, I don't know. I just feel like there's something else going on more than that.
She faces life in prison with no chance of parole. She'd asked a series of questions about what happened. Blair said that she repeatedly beat Stoney and Steven. She poured scalding water on them. She said she made Steven drink window cleaner. And then, so was this your way of inflicting punishment? The judge asked. Definitely, Blair replied in a matter-of-fact tone.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see.
That was the dog making his presence known on the bottom of the table.
He's getting too tall for the table.
Yeah, it doesn't really get too far into what the kids were accused of doing.
So
at least not this article.
Is it just that one kid that's left?
No,
she had other
two.
kids.
She had
three,
four
I guess,
kids.
Four,
Four kids
From two different dads, two and two. And so it was the youngest one that was being molested by his older brother and then his older half sister.
Something happened to those kids.
Right.
I really honestly feel like something that they just wouldn't have just done that.
No, it's not some kids just randomly start doing.
They learned that from somebody.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
something
not
that was handed down, I guess you could say.
Like they were getting molested too.
Right. Yeah, something bad was going on there.
And so she didn't even protect. I'm sorry. I don't know about that. It's
Fucking wild story, right?
I don't feel like she protected the other kids. Like if they were getting molested too and they were molesting you would understand why.
The only thing I understand
okay still,
about it is the crime of passion of wanting to kill somebody over finding out that they had, molested your kid. But
she intended to kill the daughter.
Yes.
Okay. And
she said that technically the son was an accident. She
didn't know the abuse of her son, Stephen Barry, would be fatal. She alleged the children had sexually abused a sibling, though she said she didn't witness the alleged assault and didn't get police involved because she feared she would lose her other children.
See, I don't feel good about this one.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I don't think
this happened.
I don't think anybody's supposed to feel good about this one. This is a fucking fucked up story from inside to out.
Well, no, I mean,
I
feel like there's more going on.
How long? How long were these kids dead?
Years.
Years.
For a while, they were in a freezer.
So they didn't get killed at the same time either. By the way, she killed the son first. Really? She didn't realize that the daughter was doing anything. When she first found out that the youngest was being molested, he talked about his brother doing it. She killed his brother. And then,
I wonder if the siblings all knew that she killed the other sibling.
I know what you're getting at.
Nobody said anything.
I know what you're getting at.
What else are you going to say? They moved away?
Well, I mean,
they went off to summer camp. Yeah, but it's winter.
You're supposed to be having this child in school and stuff, too. How's that not?
I know, I don't get that either.
Not seen. I mean, like, there's a lot of shit that goes into stuff like that, like, I'm sure she was a single mom, so was she getting, like, food stamps or something and claiming these two children that were dead? Nobody fucking came.
Hey, you could have Googled this shit when I told you what I wanted to talk about on the podcast.
Well, you're the one that brought it up, so you should know all the details.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I don't
have it.
All of those details.
All of it.
But there are a lot of videos on it and a lot of videos of her talking about it. And it's funny to watch the courtroom stuff. Not funny. She is candid about it. Then when it's in a matter-of-fact tone, no doubt, man. She ain't trying to get away from nothing. She's like, yeah, I killed him. I killed her on purpose. I beat them both. I fucking abused them both. I fucking tortured them both. Send me away to life. I'm a murderer.
I couldn't imagine doing shit like that to your kid.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
Oh. So, yeah, you had told me about that, and I went to Google it, and another one came up. That actually, because the one that you're talking about was back
older,
in like 2015.
I think so.
I think it was. This one.
This wasn't recent.
No, the one he's talking about. No, it was 15.
Gotcha.
So 7 years ago.
7 years ago, guys.
So.
No, man, that was only 2 years ago.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. Here in June of this year, there was in Detroit a team of Detroit cops and a state child advocate arrived at a rundown house, and after a little bit of back and forth, went in, found a 3-year-old boy, decomposing body, 3-year-old boy in a basement freezer. They're saying it reminded, or that kind of akin to that story that you were talking about.
Well, yeah, I'm sure when responders come into a situation like that, it kind of affects them, and they remember that shit. And then if I can see it again, they go, "God damn, man, this reminds me of that day that I saw that."
That's the kind of stuff that my friend does.
Yeah.
She's the one that finds the kids.
5 other kids.
Stuff.
This lady had 5 other kids.
She had, how many kids did she have total?
Well, 6, but one of them was in the freezer.
Oh, the 3-year-old situation.
Yeah.
Do you still get to claim them on taxes?
Oh, Lord.
Well, I mean, you're using electricity to keep the freezer cold, so I guess technically it's still a dependent, right?
You'd get away with it until you get caught. Then you'd be on trial for murder, and the IRS coming after you would be the least of your worries.
I don't know. The IRS is pretty ruthless, dude.
Why'd they kill the 3-year-old?
That's what I'm trying to find out here, and it's like 5 other kids in there, which obviously after she got arrested, the other ones were taken to a hospital and given a forensic interview.
Forensic? Sometimes Art doesn't think about what he's reading. He just
I don't.
reads it the way he sees it.
Yeah.
You should hear him with his French words.
Oui. Imagine suffering.
Did you guys hear about, was that Gabriel, Fernandez story? Of the 8-year-old that got beat up and stuff?
Yeah.
It was kind of that same situation. Ended up killing him. It's a Netflix documentary. You have to check it
lock
out.
this kid in a box in a dark room, like a closet in a room or some shit.
And his other 2 siblings were fine. They treated them just fine. They would just beat him.
Well, I guess the boy's grandma in this one said she called Child Protective Services dozens of times.
That fucking sucks. Did I hear about that way too much?
Yeah.
Same thing in that case.
Apparently the kid was blind. She became suspicious when her daughter told her that the boy had burned his hand by touching a plate full of noodles, which, okay, what does that have to do with him fucking dying? She called CPS. Haynes said after the state visited her daughter's home several times, her daughter told her Chase had gone to live with his parental grandfather's girlfriend in Coldwater, but then the grandfather got out of jail. And then he told me that Chase wasn't living with the girlfriend. Family members went to the house about 2 weeks ago to confront her daughter, following by another call to State Child Protective Services. They had no idea how long that he'd been in the freezer.
Well, you said it was decomposing, right?
They do not know how long the body was in the freezer or whether his siblings knew if he was in there.
I still don't get why nobody says anything. Especially having that many kids being at school or... Well, you never know.
He's 3.
They might have been locked.
He doesn't have to be at school.
You got to think about...
Even Kenny doesn't have to be at
school.
Conditioning.
Other kids, there's 5 other kids.
Conditioning.
True.
You're born into an environment like that, and from the day that you're fucking born, you live in that environment, and you soak it up, and you have a completely different way of thinking than the way you think now.
I get what you're saying, but like if Kenny had another brother...
He's 5 years old.
And his brother went missing, I think he would be telling everybody he talked to about it.
We told him not to say anything about going to Vegas, and he has said, "Hey guys, I just want to let you know I'm not going to Vegas."
Just so you know.
Just
don't
so you
look for me there.
Wink, wink, wink.
Shut up.
Little wise ass.
And then he tells him, "So what am I not doing?"
I'm totally not going to be at this hotel on this day at this time.
Dude's going to be a pro at Vegas by the time he's 10 years old.
He loves Vegas. He's so excited about going. He's so excited. Yeah. Anyways, not a sad story.
But even at 10 years old, I mean, wanting to know something, telling somebody something.
Yeah. Maybe you know everything, and you know that fucking you open your mouth and you'll be in the next freezer.
Well, yeah, it's like that Gabriel story. The kids knew what was going on, but they didn't say nothing. They even came back, like, they were upset after he died, and they were like, we knew what was going on.
Which one?
Gabriel Fernandez story. I think that's what it is, or Fernandez. I'm totally botching it now. It's on Netflix. Check it out. It's really sad.
Yeah.
The kid gets, like, beat up, and, like, the CPS comes out multiple times, and nothing gets done. Teachers try to get involved,
It's so wild. It's like,
and,
how
like,
can that shit
nothing
go
gets
like
involved.
that? I don't understand.
To the point where they beat him up so bad, they killed him one night. They beat him up so bad.
Well, not only his story, but it kind of goes over what CPS is like, and I think this is all in SoCal.
Yeah.
And like there was times CPS they have like a 3 or 4 story building, and the top 2 floors were kids that just needed to go to home.
We're just dorms, basically.
And and so they wouldn't help anybody else
because they're full.
Because they're full, and they don't have the resources to go to handle it.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, like CPS showed up at his house, but never went in the apartment.
They just questioned them at the door, and so the parents, of course, are going to lie.
And I guess at
He's
some
all
point they're
tied
kind
up.
of legally limited too, though. I mean, they can't really force their way into the house without a warrant or anything like that.
There's rules need to change, especially with that situation. No, for reals, watch it. If you like watching documentaries on Netflix, I'll find it and I'll
just text me.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it. Put it in the chat so if you want to check it out too. But like, it was really, really sad what happened. He was failed every way.
That's one of the reasons I'm
sad.
a fan of vigilante justice.
Yeah.
You know, somebody needs to take out the trash sometimes.
I
and
agree
if
with
the
that.
fucking CPS can't because their hands are tied, well, not everybody's hands are tied.
Well, I think it should be to a point, like they had multiple calls about this child.
Right.
And that's where it's at. It's like if you see a fucking pattern, it's like, come on.
Well, there should be.
If I'm a teacher and I see this kid, I'm a fear for this kid's life. I'm gonna reach out to some resources. I'm gonna find some resources that are gonna do what needs to be done and save this kid's life. Hopefully,
that's what I'm trying to say is like
Gabriel
after
Fernandez, yeah.
But after so many, like 10 CPS calls about a child, it should be mandatory that an officer.
That should be
this
some
is
kind
a
of
school
flag.
picture.
They should get an immediate search warrant to an officer. Officer comes to them. They go to the house.
He's holding a sign that says, "I love my mom."
They should take the parents into the police station.
I want to cry.
Separately, interview them separately, while another officer checks out the house.
Well, I've seen on forensic shows where they can figure that shit out without even doing that. They just put the child in a room with toys, and they got a specialist that can read body language and shit, and they know what's going on.
It's play therapy. They know.
Yeah.
It's called play therapy.
Yeah.
They actually play with them, and if you play with Kenny long enough, there's stuff that comes out that you're like, oh shit, he watches us, and he kind of like sees things, and you're like, gotta watch what you're doing and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But he's he's in tune with that.
I mean, they're little recorders.
Yeah, a little sponge, man.
Yeah.
Start off with this blank slate, and you're just wanting to learn.
They're building a base for references.
Observe and learn.
Do shit.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. He is a sponge, that's for sure. Yeah, check that out though. That documentary.
Yeah, what'd you say? Him and his buddy have each other's back?
He told us that he had his buddy. He has a friend named Ephraim that has glasses. Ephraim got picked on by one of the kids that's picking on Kenny, and Kenny told him and a bunch of other kids too. They were making fun of him, and he's like, "Stop!" What did he say to him? "Stop making fun of him!" And his classes are cool or something.
And the kids are like, said, but he backed him
up. And the kids are like, "Oh, okay, all right," And then Kenny's like, "Yeah, I have Ephraim's back, and Ephraim has my back." And then he said, "My back." He said that. He knew exactly what the fuck that meant.
Hell he got that
From us.
From us.
I'm sure he's going.
Like we always say, we have your back.
I tell him all the time I got his back.
Yeah, we always say we have your back.
There you go.
Yeah, he knows what it means. Like he knows that means I got you. I got your back. Like if something goes down, totally knows what that means. And he demonstrated for the first time this week.
I got his back. Yeah. He's got my back.
Well, it was really cute.
Pop off with random words. I don't remember what we were talking about, but he was talking to Rachel's mom, and she asked him about her bringing her stuff over, and he said, "No, we sold it to some random guy."
What the fuck?
We sold it all to some
random guy.
Oh, that's good.
We're like, where did you come up with that shit, dude? What the hell? It's so freaking crazy. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But anyways, that's some crazy shit about people getting away with crap like that. There's got to be some. some different alternative doing that.
Dude, that's just a little window of one of the many broken systems that we, depend on here in our great nation.
What about like that one we had here in town? What was that guy's name?
Marcus Wesson.
Marcus Wesson.
Yeah. That was wild. They actually tore that house down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anything was ever done with the land. Is it still empty?
Yeah.
No.
I think it is.
They built something on it.
Did they?
I
know it was an empty lot for quite a while. Didn't he have bodies buried in the backyard or in the basement or some shit?
No, he killed everybody.
Yeah. They were
all just in their beds.
They were just killed.
They were just killed.
Just killed, like recently.
There was no bodies. He just killed everybody, all the girls that he had, the daughters and the granddaughters. It was all incest.
And there were some of them that had survived though, right?
Well, yeah, there was some,
and they were literally
I don't remember
crying for him and shit.
Yeah, I think so. I think there was some survivors, but he was off on all of them.
Yeah,
the cops got called because one of the moms had showed up and was wanting her kids, and he's like, "Nope, can't come in," and fucking, so they called the cops, and the cops eventually, come in, and start seeing dead bodies everywhere.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Good shit.
The bus sat at Daryl's Mini Storage for the longest time.
Did it?
Oh, yeah.
Where was it?
Daryl's Mini Storage.
No shit.
Right off of 168 in Ashland right there. You could see it from the highway when you were driving by.
Like evidence? Or did he have it in storage?
No.
It was at the property,
It was at the property.
It was at the property. I don't know how it ended up over there, but it ended up over there for like a year or two.
Police needed somewhere to store it, or whoever cleaned the property out needed somewhere to store it.
I'd say probably whoever cleaned the property out. The police storage, it would have been somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it was there, though. You could see it from the highway when you drove by.
That's crazy.
Right.
I only imagine the kind of shit that went on inside of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. Boy, howdy.
Yeah, that was big news, man. I remember that.
Quite a while ago.
Yeah. Fucking probably
2009, 2010.
At least. Yeah, at least 15 years ago.
Yeah, I thought it was like earlier than that.
Let's see what Google has to say.
There you go.
It's gonna be between 2008 and 2010.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. What does Lugal say about it?
Lugal says,
I'm thinking back close to like 4 or 5. 04, 05, something like that.
Convicted murder counts, first degree murder, and 14 sex crimes.
You could be right.
I'm sorry. They start off with his birth date and shit, which we don't care about that.
You just put in the fucking Marcus Wesson murder, and it should tell you.
Okay, and then let me back up.
Oh,
What'd
man.
you do? Put in Marcus Weston's life history or some shit?
I went to Wikipedia, which was...
yeah, no, you fucked up.
Yeah, it still took me to Wikipedia. 18 years ago.
18 years ago.
Yeah.
What was that?
2004.
See? There we go.
There you go.
That was honestly a shot in the dark.
I said at least 15 years.
Yeah, I figured it was a while back.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're getting here pretty close to an hour. We got anything else we want to chit-chat about, or do we want to call this a
I see tacos in my future.
Tacos and burritos.
Well, let's pull this up real quick. I heard that Bellator just signed a 17-year-old on.
Yeah, youngest pro fighter. Well, I mean, there may be in lower organizations that nobody else knows of, but yeah, this kid's supposed to be some kind of prodigy.
Bellator, that's the not quite UFC, right?
That's still ran by Dana White.
No.
I thought it was.
No, it's the one that tried to basically be the competition to UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that you just basically described every other MMA organization besides the UFC. I mean, they're all trying to compete with the UFC.
They are, but I don't think there's any that were as prominent as Bellator.
Pride.
Pride wasn't really MMA though, was it?
Fuck yeah.
I thought it was more kickboxing.
No. Well, they put on a couple kickboxing events, but their main thing was MMA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
is Pride though? Is Pride here in the U.S.?
It was a Japanese organization.
Yeah. See, there you go. UFC, United States.
Yeah, but still, that was like their biggest competition ever. And yeah, most of the other organizations that you're going to talk about, the Bellator, ONE FC, believe they're American organizations also.
Yeah, I just thought that was pretty crazy. A 17-year-old.
Supposedly, Joe Rogan, they were talking about, I saw some deal that he's got it contracted out that if Dana White ever retires or gets rid of the UFC, that he's no longer commentating.
Yeah, it's
done. Yeah.
He leaves when Dana leaves.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he said for a while that, he'd rather just sit and watch fights with his buddies, but he's a whore for money and they keep paying him, but he needs money less and less as time goes on. He needs the UFC's money less and less.
Oh, he don't need UFC's money at all right now. I can tell you that.
And needs it less every day.
Yeah, between fucking Spotify and On It and I think...
You name it.
Who knows what else he's got going. So... Anyways,
this looks like
you
a
guys
good
got
time
some
to
food
cut
here. Time to eat. We've been going for about an hour. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Call it a day.
Till next time.
Thanks for listening.
We'll miss you, folks.
Like, rate, review on Apple and Spotify. Well, all the places that you can do that. But find us in all those good spots. And be sure to share it with friends. Appreciate the people that do listen. Have yourself a good week. See you.